Hey guys, it's Steve here at Hankster's Hot Rods, and what we have for you today is this awesome 1976 Ford Bronco. There's a lot to go over on this one. We're going to try to go over the basic information. We'll have a lot more on the website. Starting at the front here, of course, the 76 Ford Bronco. First thing you notice, two-tone paint. It does have the like a satin gray on the top with the silver on the bottom. It does have a red pinstripe separating the two colors. We do have fiberglass hood, has the integrated scoop on it that's non-functional. Also, you'll see the 351 badging on the front fender. It is indeed a 351 Windsor V8 engine, and we will go over that as we move along further. We have the 18-inch fuel aluminum wheels the whole way around with the Toyo Open Country RT tires. So very nice tires. This thing has an awesome presence to it. It's obviously has a body and suspension lift on it. A lot of various suspension components which we'll have listed on the website here, and when we do the undercarriage, we'll try to go over some as well. Coming back, our first gap here, driver's side fender to door, very even going down. Body lines lining up very nicely. We also have the chrome hinges here. Our windshield, this side, no chips and cracks. Glass, driver's side, door, no chips and cracks, and also on the hatch there, the removable roof, which also, yes, this is a removable top. There's no chips and cracks in that glass either. Coming back here to our second gap, driver's side quarter to door. Pretty even going down a little wider here down at the top. That's how the Broncos are. Body line very close there. What we're going to do now is open up the driver's side door, let you see the interior from this point of view. A lot in here. We have the Corbeau seats, front and rear. You got the buckets in the front, bench in the rear. Those are heated in the front. Yes, heated seats. We have a custom-made roll cage in this vehicle, which you can see with the grab bars again in and out. That does go the whole way to the back. Very nice cage. We have the dash color steering column and dash. We have the dash mounted controls for the winch. We have the custom console down there for the gauges, the black face AutoMeter gauges, with the heated seat switch on either side. We have the Wild Horses 4-wheel drive J-stick controls there for the front and rear differentials. We have the tack mounted on the column. We have a lot of billet items on this vehicle. There's billet everywhere. We have the column mount there and billet and various others. It does have tilt wheel, automatic on the column. It does have air conditioning as well, vintage air conditioning. A lot of features in here. Another feature you'll see here is it does indeed have power windows. It looks like it's manual, but this is power. You just move it back, move it forward, and the windows go up and down, and it has one on each side. Nice little tire tread addition there as well. Our door jambs, as you can see, are very nice. And the floor is painted in the gray and the dark gray, kind of as the outside as well. Moving along, coming to the back here, like I said, glass, no chips and cracks here. Coming around to the back, we're going to show you how all this works. We have aftermarket bumpers front and rear on this vehicle. This is a swing out spare tire carrier, and this does indeed match. You got the fuel wheel and tire just like what's on the other four. What I'm going to do is I have this, you unscrew this here, and this swings out. I have it already partially unscrewed for the sake of the video here. It swings out just like so. Whole way out. What I'm going to do, lift up the rear glass here. You see the shocks work great on that. Tailgate. I'll go over the paint again. Paint is very nice on this vehicle. Again, matching the whole way around. Bumpers are in the gray, almost match the top there. You do have, on all four lights, you have billet bezels. These are billet bezels at all four lights. Billet aluminum. The lenses are in very nice shape as well. The Ford here is in black. What we're going to do now is I'm going to drop the tailgate down. Tailgate, as you can see, silver inside, just like the body. You got the Corbeau. You can see the rear bench seat. We do have seat belts at all four seats. You can see them mounted here. There is seat belts and mounted up. You can get a nice shot of the cage from here. Very nice. It's just very nicely made. You can see a nice shot here from the bottom for the seat mounts. All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to tuck this back up. And then this swings just back in here. And then for a second, you just screw it back into here. For the sake of the video, I'm going to do that partially for right now. Moving along to the passenger side. As you can see, the paint, really nice. Both tones there. And of course, as you can see at every wheel, you do have the fender flares at all four corners. Coming along here, one thing you get a great shot of from here, since it is lifted so high, the Bilstein shocks at all four wheels. And of course, you got leaf springs on the back with the Currie Antirock sway bars, which we'll go over again when we do the underside video. First gap, passenger quarter to door. Pretty even going down. You can see the body lines, very nice there. Glass here as well, no chips and cracks, nor is there here. What we're going to do now is open up the passenger side so you can look inside the interior from this point of view. Again, door jambs really nice. You get a nice shot of the cage and the seats there. Dash is black on the top pad, and then the bottom is body color. Really neat. This is just such a neat vehicle. Very well built. Coming up to our second gap, passenger door defender. Pretty even going down. Of course, our body line lines right up there, and again, there's the chrome hinges. Passenger side of the windshield, no chips and cracks. Coming up to the front, as you can see, aftermarket bumper on the front as well, with the Smitty built X2O. It's a 10,000 pound winch. The controls are in there, dash mounted controls for the winch there. Here you can see the Billet headlight surrounds and the aftermarket headlights as well. We do have the Billet pins here for the hood, and we're going to open that in just a second here. Again, as I said, aftermarket fiberglass hood. A lot under here as well. We got the Ron Davidson Racing Products aluminum radiator. We got power steering components, all aluminum. This is the power steering. It does have power steering. It has a Wilwood Hydroboost system on it. We got engine-wise, this is a 351 Windsor Ford V8 engine. We got the 4-barrel carburetor on here. We got the Ford Racing blacked out valve covers and engine air cleaner. We got MSD Pro Billet Distributor. We got a Billet alternator. We got the Billet engine pulleys, Billet battery hold down. We have their transmission cooler here, a Derale performance transmission controller. As you can see, there was a lot under here. You got over here. This is your control for your winch. It is mounted under the hood to protect it, not out here as it usually is at the winch. It is mounted under here. We do have aluminum heads on this vehicle. We got exhaust headers. We got a lot of the braided hoses and so on. As you can see, aluminum Edelbrock intake. A lot on here. This right here, we do have the billet section here. This is your breathers and so on coming down from underneath the vehicle. You got the breathers under the hood. A lot here. It's just an amazing vehicle. So much to list. A lot of time has been put into this. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to lift this up, show you the undercarriage, go over everything under there. Hey guys, little different video today. Our vehicles, you usually see me standing, but right now what we have here is this awesome 1976 Ford Bronco, and we have it lifted up. I'm going to do my best to go through everything under here because it has a lot of options and add-ons on the vehicle. Starting at the front, as I traditionally do, I'll talk about your greasables. Definitely looks like they're all taken care of and greased. Excuse me. We do have disc brakes the whole way around on this vehicle. We do have, and I'm using a sheet on this because there's so much. These are 35 by 1250 R18 LT tires the whole way around, 18-inch wheels, of course. These are, like I said, disc brakes the whole way around. Our frame on this is painted. The entire frame is painted. Obviously, it definitely looks like it's been taken apart bolt by bolt and all painted. It's just beautiful under here. We do have a TA Performance aluminum front differential cover here, and I do not see any leaks on that, nor on our output seal here on our first drive shaft, nor coming into our transfer case. That is all dry. I see no leaks on the transfer case. Side panels, all looks great, and we do have an aftermarket aluminum WH differential cover here on the side, transfer case cover on the side, I'm sorry. Our output seal and our input seal at our rear differential here, all nice and dry, including our gear set here, and this is a 9-inch rear. Coming back, as you can see, all aftermarket here, everything here, the bushings, all in great shape. A lot of aftermarket parts on here. We do have a lift on this vehicle, suspension and body. We do got the Wild Horse products, Wild Horse front springs. Of course, you know, Wild Horses do a 4-wheel drive, do a lot, specialize in Bronco parts. We got the Currie Antirock off-road sway bars. This is front, up here on the front and on the rear. We'll go over those as we get back there. We do got also here Bilstein shocks at all 4 corners. A very expensive shock setup on this vehicle here. Very intricate Bilstein shocks at all 4 corners. We have in here, this is, just to make sure, we got a 351 Windsor. Of course, our transmission is a C4 auto transmission. Our oil pan, which is a Milodon oil pan, deep sump Milodon oil pan, seal, nice and dry. See any leaks there. Our transmission pan, or our C4 automatic transmission, nice and dry there. And we do have an aftermarket aluminum with a drain transmission pan here, finned for better cooling on the transmission. Into our transfer case, that's all nice and dry. Then the drive shaft and input seals I went over a little bit earlier. We do have the pipes, Street Pro mufflers on here. This is a stainless exhaust system. It is dual exhaust. Coming off shorty headers, runs back, dual mufflers over the top bar here and out around both sides of our fuel tank in the back. And as I had already said, these are the fuel aluminum wheels. Our front cross member here, that's in great shape. Our front frame sections, that is all in great shape. And you can see here, this bar here is all part of Currie front sway bar system. Our center frame sections, really nice there. Our flooring up above here, this is all painted underneath and it all looks fantastic. Our embossments are all there. It's really beautiful underneath here everywhere. Coming back, frame looks really good there. On the back of here, we do have the leaf spring suspension on the back with the Bilstein shocks also. Back our unit here is the Currie Antirock sway bar for the back that I had mentioned earlier, but didn't want to go over it again. Again, disc brakes on the back also. These are drilled and slotted rotors at all 4 wheels. These are the Toyo Open Country RT tires. Our leaf spring mounts. In the rear. In the front. look really good. Coming back here, mounted up on our one cross member here, we have a breather filter for our rear differential here, and we have our spin-off fuel filter also back here. So we do have braided lines going to the fuel filter here, a double filter. We have a filter up on the frame, and we got a spin-off filter here. So a lot of thought went into this build, a lot of intricate parts here. Very nicely done. Coming back here, we got the dual exhaust with chrome tips coming out the back, and the exhaust exits out the side of either quarter panel. We do have a hard cover around our fuel tank, and that looks like it's mounted very nicely. So an impact shield around the fuel tank as well. We've got just a lot of parts on here, which we'll have all listed on our website. Way more, I'm sure that I'm missing a good bit. It's just a very intricate build, very, very nice under here. Of course, the frame is all painted, the floors are beautiful. What we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to drop down, start that engine up so you can hear it run.